Hi girls, this is Miss Martino again, and today we're working through Lesson 2 using persuasive language. Today you're going to need your booklet and a writing pen. You could also use a dictionary or thesaurus if you have one at home. I'd like you to pause the video now if you need some time to collect those things, and then press play once you're all ready to go. To start, you're going to complete your Do Now task, which are 3 multiple choice questions. Pause the video to complete these questions and do so without the knowledge organizer or any other resources. Press play when you're ready to move on. Press pause now. Okay, so your answers for the Do Now are as follows. So for question 1, a poem is not an example of a non-fiction text. Question 2, in deciding who is the intended audience of a particular text, what would you consider? And you would consider the language, the tone, and the style. And then for question 3, the author of a non-fiction text might display a particular attitude toward the subject. So that answer is D. What I'd like you to do is to mark your work in your booklet and then make note of the correct answer if you got a question incorrect. Once you've done that, I'd like you to take a few minutes to read the 2 information boxes on the page that are underneath the Do Now task. While you're reading this, you could underline or highlight any key points you'd like to remember. While you're reading, press pause on the video to read the information and then press play when you're ready to move on. Okay, so our lesson objectives for today are to understand the difference between fact and opinion, and then we're going to apply our knowledge of persuasive devices that we learnt about in lesson 1 to write a persuasive text. Now that you've read through the information in your booklet, you're going to put that knowledge to the test. So activity 2 has given you 5 statements. Your job is to decide whether each statement is a fact or an opinion. Remember, a fact can be proven to be true. The classroom is 12 meters wide. That would be a fact. An opinion is what someone thinks. So if someone was to say the classroom is too small, that would be their opinion. Okay, I'd like you to press pause and answer the questions in your booklet, and then press play when you're ready to move on. Okay, so the answers for activity 2 are: EastEnders teaches you essential things about life. That's an opinion. Harry Potter was the creation of J.K. Rowling. That's a fact. Smoking is illegal in public places. A fact. Computer games are bad for your health. That's an opinion. We can't actually prove that. And school days are the best days of your life. Again, an opinion. I'd like you to correct your work in your booklet, and if you've answered the question incorrectly, just write the correct answer next to your question. Now it's your turn to come up with your own facts and opinions. Activity 3 asks you to write a sentence which is fact and one which is an opinion about the topics of your favourite film and schoolwork. So go ahead now and press pause on the video to complete this task, and then press play when you're ready to move on. Your final task today is to put your knowledge of the persuasive devices we covered in lesson 1 into action. You've been given 4 broken items that you need to persuade your audience to buy. So those items are a broken cup, which has no handle, a broken phone, it's old and it's snapped in half, some Wellington boots that have holes in the toes, and a toy car with the wheels missing. Now, your speech only needs to be 7 to 8 sentences long. Okay, and it says the top tip, be as creative as possible. The items are a challenge to sell, and so you need to work on cleverly using the persuasive techniques in your speech. Okay, as an example, at the bottom of this slide, we have this poor defenseless toy needs a home. Lost, forgotten, and cast aside, he sits waiting for someone to take him and care for him. Do you want to see this toy left behind again? So as you can see in that example, we've got a number of different persuasive devices that have been used to try and encourage the audience to buy the broken toy. So for each item that you sell, I want you to try and use a minimum of 3 of the persuasive techniques listed. Okay, this will allow you to be as creative as possible and to achieve your overall goal, which is to try and sell a broken item that people won't want to buy. In your booklet, have a go at writing your speech. Your main focus is to try and include as many of these persuasive devices as possible. So I'm going to leave you with this task to finish off today's lesson. In our next lesson, we're going to look at how to structure a speech to prepare you for a mini assessment task that will happen in lesson 4. Good luck, girls, happy writing, and I'll see you next time.